What is going on, peoples off the YouTubes? This is Peter, or the Blackhearted Soul, and welcome to another episode of Serious Peter. Today we are going to talk about sadness and how sadness can also be your friend, and how sadness is just as important as happiness sometimes. As always, I made a text with some research and some insight of my own, of course, for me to commentate to you guys. So I hope you guys enjoy it. Sadness is emotional pain associated with or characterized by feelings of disadvantage, loss, despair, helplessness, and sorrow. These feelings of certain things are usually negative. When one is sad, people often become less outspoken, less energetic, and emotional. Crying is often, but not necessarily, an indication of sadness. There is evidence that too much happiness can be bad for your career. Ed Diener, a psychologist at the University of Illinois in Urbana-Champaign, and his colleagues found that people who scored 8 out of 10 on a happiness scale were more successful in terms of income and education than 9s or 8s or 10s, although the 9s and 10s seem to have more successful close relationships. This could simply demonstrate that the happiest people are those who cherish close relationships over power and success. But it could also signal that people who are quote-unquote too happy lose their willingness to fight and to make changes to their lives that may benefit them. Some doctors say that medicating sadness by mistaking it with depression can really impact your life in a negative way, because it can take away your ability to see what is best for you, to see that you need to change or that you need to fight for something else, or even that a person who hurts you so much doesn't deserve your love anymore. Giving antidepressants to people whose real problem is something else, like a bad relationship for instance, may allow the person to continue an unhealthy situation instead of addressing the underlying problem. Whether or not the little sadness is useful, everyone agrees that clinical depression is not. Unfortunately, it is not clear exactly where to draw the line between the both of them. So which is more dangerous? To over-medicate normal sadness, a feeling which may lead us to reevaluate our lives after the loss of a job or the end of a relationship, or to under-medicate people with clinical depression? Ian Hickey of the Brain and Mind Research Institute insists that depression is not overdiagnosed, but that he would rather that it were than to see seriously depressed people left out in the cold. He points out that there is evidence to suggest that the number of suicides has declined as more cases of depression have been diagnosed. It is important to take borderline diagnosis of depression really seriously, because most of the suicides do not occur in the most severely depressed. However, it is bad to prescribe pills where there is no certainty that they are needed. After all, he points out, antidepressants have side effects, and that some of them are really serious ones. So where does this leave the notion of human sadness? Should we accept that major life events may make us so sad that we are temporarily disabled? Or should we run to the doctor in the hope that pills will speed up our emotional journey back to happiness? Sadness is still something useful. Discontent can drive change. Certainly, you don't want to erase an emotion, because emotion is really important information. First, sadness is about losing something you care about, whether that's a loved one, a job, or a Battlefield 3 game. So sadness shows you what you care about, because some people honestly don't know, and that's sad. Would you feel sadness if your girlfriend or boyfriend left you? The answer tells you how attached you are to this person. How sad would you feel if you lost your job? Along the same lines, experiencing sadness of loss helps us to appreciate what we still have. Losing a loved one, while extremely sad and painful, can be the kick in the pants we need to mend the fences, reach out, or otherwise make the best of the relationships and opportunities we still have. Funerals are painful and gut-wrenching occasions, and they are great for bringing people back together. Burying people old conflicts, healing wounds, but it only works if you show up and feel the sadness, and let it bring you together with the others there. One who can't bear sadness will tend to shy away from love, commitment, and real passion in order to avoid grief, and that is an empty life. Similarly, losing a job can help you appreciate that you still have your health. Losing your health can bring loved ones together. Losing money can help you to focus on what really matters to you, your values, your sense of mission, and your spirituality. Lastly, sadness is unique. Grieving has a way of slowing you down and bringing you back to the moment. It forces you to let go of your worries about your to-do list and your fast-paced life, and it forces you to really be with yourself, your feelings, and the people around you. This is important today because we can get so lost in our smartphones and emails and plans of our lives and lose the sight of people, relationships, and dreams. So the bottom line is that sadness shows you what you care about. Sadness helps us to appreciate what we have, and sadness requires us to be authentic. Sadness is the kind of friend who can help you to stay grounded and real, to honor what's important, to let go of what's not. And we all need that kind of friend. For me at least, I think that sadness is as important as happiness. Because how would you know what happiness is? How would you recognize it if there was no sadness? So now I want to leave you guys with a quote from Mahatma Gandhi. When I despair, I remember that all through history, the way of truth and love have always won. There have been tyrants and murderers, and for a time they can seem invincible, but in the end they always fall. Think of it always. Mahatma Gandhi. So yeah guys, this has been my little insight on sadness and how important sometimes sadness can be. Don't forget to tell me in the comments below what you guys thought of the video and what you guys thought about the subject, and also if you would like to tell me like a subject for me to do on the next video for me to talk about. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this. If you did, be sure to subscribe, like, favorite, share the video, because that really helps out the channel, and that is the livelihood of every channel. Thank you guys for all the support. As always, I've been Peter, or the Black-Hearted Soul, shooting out.